Hey guys, this is Kirop speaking, and today we are back in automation with the Merano OCD Design Competition. And today we are taking a look at the final car in our lineup, which is the Allegro CGTP, because letters are awesome. And of course, the Merama. Boom boom. Genau, yes, exactly. What I wanted to say originally was that we have to take a look at the Merano design pillars. And the Merano design pillars are simplicity, elegance, and attention to detail. In classy red they come. And today we start out, as always, with the bunch of public branch cars. First up is Vacu. For many people, probably the Allegro, which we are looking at for designs right now, is probably the easiest to design car because it's the most modern, kind of 2005, 2006-ish looks, and most of the fixtures are available and so on. Well, they are always available, but most of the fixtures make sense. So let's see what people have to offer. Oh, ooh. Okay. Well, yeah, that's an interesting look to start out with. I quite like it. It's odd. It's not something we've seen before, but that kind of works. Looks very muscly. It does look like it has a lot of power. But still elegant. This is an elegant look. It's an elegant muscle look, I would say. Yeah, that works. Was that one front? Yes, front engine, of course. So big grills make sense, and this flows quite nicely. Yeah, I do like it. I think the badging could have been like on top here, maybe. But I've not seen what it looks like, so... And could be the green badge too, but... Yep, anyway, let's have a look at the sides. Oh, nice! Yeah, that kind of works. Big breathing outlet. And door handle nicely placed, with the wing mirrors, nice. This is a little odd, but a nice accent to have down there. And fuel there. Okay, let's see what the rear does. Oh, no, the rear. The butt is massive. I know, the butt is massive, and you have to do something with it. Feels hopeless, doesn't it? But the butt is not the most beautiful one. I do like the lower end arrangement you have here. These seem forced in there though. Maybe you could have gone with a single one on each side, which is slightly larger in diameter than this. That could have worked better. This looks fine. It's not as rounded as the front. That's what I'm missing here. There's nothing quite as rounded as in the front. It doesn't look nearly as elegant. And the lettering is well done. Brake light up top. A little too busy. It's just fat looking. It's not the elegance you have in the front here. The simplicity of the front. It's still, I would say it's still solid in the rear. It's like that's 5, 6, just looking good. 7.5? Special look. Yeah, yeah. So overall I give you a 6. And next up is Leslo Angelo. Let's see what you have. Oh, fixtures need to settle first. What have you crafted? Oh, something similar. The first one we've seen. Yeah. This, of course, also works. It's not quite as nice as what Vacu had. That was a bit more special. This still looks very cool, though. And also has the same kind of qualities. I'm not so sure about having this... nothing go beyond this line. Just makes it, like, fat-cheeked. Yeah. Cool badging. And nice to have the number plate holder there, but not the number plate itself. That's fine. You don't have any inlet for cooling ventilation for the cabin. This is nicely made. Some chrome highlights there. With the blinker. Oh, not quite flush, is it? With the extended line here. Yeah, not quite. It could be slightly improved. Nice inlet here for brake cooling. Where do we have the... There we have the fuel. Modern stuff there. That might be a bit too modern for mid-2000s. But... the rear? Ah, yes. That works. I'm not so sure about all the text up there. That's a little odd. But then again, I'm not entirely sure where you would place it. Maybe there could be another, like a faint line going from here, extended line from there, to extended line from there, across the lower bar of the number plate holder, and then have these placed on the edges of that line, there and there. Because up on top there's already a lot going on. I don't think you need more there. The Merano badging is good. That really fits nicely with this arc you have spanned on top. But then this area seems oddly void. And there's too much on top. Very top heavy design. Antenna? Do you have an antenna anywhere? Well, I know modern cars don't really need one. They can have an internal one. But yeah, not there. Some parts missing. But overall, okay. So, I think 6. That works well. Sides, 6. Rear, 5. 5 because of weird design choices there. Maybe 5.5. If we say 5.5, then it's overall a 6. Yeah, let's go with 6. And next up is Dragonite Bite. Some fixture settling still needed. Oh, no, that's not too bad. Still, yeah. Okay, I see some oddities here already. Okay, Dragonite Bite. Let's have a look. So, why the protruding version of the turd vent? That has a bit too strong lines. I don't think you need that one. I think towards the end of when we have judged you, I will rip this one out and see what it looks like. Otherwise, that's an interesting way of putting your badge in there into a more rounded shape. This looks quite nice. I like it. This is more than adequate in design. In the front, we have your weird toothy design there again. Brake cooling that comes out there. Does it work? No, that's a weird choice of vent. It's a really weird choice of vent. This doesn't properly vent. That could have been done better. This is so deep inside here, and it's only really there for looks. It's not made to be functional, it looks like. Fuel there, antenna, yeah, okay, we got that. Rear, yeah, okay. It's definitely not over-designed. This faint line, imaginary line forming via these little bolts, whatever they are. And interesting use of these vents. Are they intended to be maybe be a little lower so that this line flows into that line and then goes around? Because that is a nice trick to bring to get some framing, like to follow a line and then throw a curve, but not continuing the curve. Then the eye naturally goes back into where the curve was hinting at. So yeah, okay, the ray kind of works. It's not brilliant, but it kind of works. So overall, let's have a look. This isn't too bad. I would say front, it's a good design. Still, despite these weird choices there, still a good design. It's a 6. Sides, 5.5 maybe. The rear, 5.5. Yeah. This is a fair way towards a good design. I think we give you a 5.5. And now, allow me to try something. Yes. This is a little simpler. A bit more elegant because it's not... Look at my weird fucking lines. They will smash you dead. I think this works better. This is a simpler, more elegant look. And also... Now these can stay. Yeah, I guess these can stay. This one can go, and we are going to replace it with, what do we have? Probably something like this, and then we flip that one around. Something like this, so that it is flush with the line down there. It's not brilliant. Wait a sec. Flush with the line down there. Does that fit? Almost. That's again problem with the normals like this. This would have to be smoother, but something like this would make a bit more sense because you have the exits a bit more flush with the side. Not really. Do you? Not really. It's also weird. Not quite as bad as before, but yeah. Anyway, so there we go. And next up is a Q&A with Mark. Let's have a quick look. Settle your fixtures. Oh no, it's the look through again. No! I don't want to look through your entire car. Please, stop. Have all the fixtures settled? This looks like a massive bulge. Holy shit, this is a whale. Also weird eyes. Those, oh, no, I don't think this quite works with this see-through garbage. I'm going to change those to less see-through in a bit, but that is interesting. That is indeed interesting, like the wrong way around for the vents. I think that looks pretty good. It kind of works. And the blinker is at an odd angle there. It doesn't... As if it doesn't quite know where to go, as if it was on the way to somewhere and got lost and just stuck there on the back of the arch. It's strange. It's really strange. Windscreen wiper. You have an antenna there, that's nice. And the rear. No exhaust? Oh, exhaust is on the back side. Okay. What? Oh. Well, you should have checked if it works on the other side. Oh well, let's call this an exhaust. But the rear, very, very empty. Very empty. And don't like the lettering. Oh, and the OCD. The OCD is really those L's. Oh man. Not quite there. Merano is nicer. It's not perfect, but it's a little nicer. Yeah, so the rear is just very barren and yeah, it's not quite there. The front, not a good looker. No, this doesn't work for me. It just doesn't work for me. So what do we give you? Oh, overall, well, this is quite okay. Let's say this is maybe a 5 for the sides, for the front with all the look-through garbage. I'm not so sure. And this massive bulge. It's not supposed to be a Gasmian muscle car. Maybe it's not even a meh. It's a 3.5. And the rear, the 3? Poor design? Yeah, I believe so. So overall, you end up at a 3.5, or is it? It's not quite meh. It's a little worse than meh. And has some OCD problems, of course. I think this is just a 3.5. And now, let's give me some treatment here, and put some non-see-through shit over the top of this. And yeah, okay, this is less confusing of a look. Yeah, quite like that. It's better. But anyway. And next up is the almighty Twingo. And what do we have here? I mean, the lower part of this one does work very nicely. Maybe could even have gone for double light here or something. This also works. A little chromy and more in your face. Good badging. But the headlights? They look very uninspired on this car. I'm not so sure where you would want to go with these. Maybe steal some design from some of the other entries we've seen that worked a bit better. Yeah. The hood scoop here, it's alright, I guess. Yeah, there's just the lights that are uninspired. The rest is good. The sides. Okay. Yep, that's certainly something that works. Looking good. And the rear. Very shiny. Oh, wow. That's a lot of brake lights. Oh, yeah, that's a lot. It has a fat ass, which requires a lot of stuff thrown on top of it. And this might be a little too heavy. Yeah, it's really difficult to design. The rear is the proper challenge. And why is your badge baked into the taillight? That's an odd choice. Other than that, this is rather mediocre. I'm not so sure. The Allegro lettering, it's okay. It's a little mundane to have that there. It doesn't look premium. More like the kind of thing you would see on cheaper 4x4 cars or something. But yeah, difficult to really design. But that's why I give the design challenges to you, not doing them myself. That is way too difficult. Why would I do it? It's way too difficult. This is a nice touch. Have some bottom brake lights there, inlaid in some fake vents. So what do we do overall? I would say this is a classic meh front. This is... Oh, is it meh? No, it's a mix between solid and meh. Like this section without the headlights is definitely solid or even good. So this becomes solid overall because these drag it down. Yeah, these are better than just solid. So very meh headlights. Overall, front 5. Sides, solid. Yeah, I agree, solid. It's a solid design. The rear, yeah, let's say it's also solid. So overall, that gives you a 5. And next up is MGR99. And that is quite the elegant car. And beefy on top. Quite like this. This is good looking. Merano. OCD approved. No, almost. The A is slightly too high. Ever so slightly. Okay. Okay, this is looking quite good. I like the arrangement. It's not too fat. Doesn't shy away from using some empty space to make it a little lighter, but then has some beef down here. It's good looking. Nice headlights with. It does look fancy like this. And did you make some custom? Oh, this is all custom. I see. Oh, really nicely made. I didn't even notice until I zoomed in a bit. Okay, let's have it zoomed out because this is looking really cool. Nicely done. Good badging there, and then the sides. Let's have a look. Yeah, it fits. I mean, this is trying to. That's the fucking normals on these are awful. But yeah, this is working. This works with what this looks like. The shape is the same. Some interesting shaping going on there as well. And the rear. Oh, that's a way to design it. Yes, that certainly does make sense. Interesting. This doesn't look empty. Even though it doesn't look like it's trying too hard, and it doesn't look empty. And it doesn't look simple either, but not overburdening and nothing. That's really good. Yeah, this is a good way to design this. And some, there we have some detail up here. Brake light in the window, on top, antenna. Do we have, we don't have any detail here. No ventilation for the cabin itself. Nice little badging here, and, yeah, going with the same kind of shape we had here, or similar at least. I quite like this. Where's the fuel? There's the fuel. Cool. So, overall, whoa, this isn't bad at all. The front. Ooh, the front. We haven't looked at the lower part yet. Also looking good. Nicely done. Yeah. The front, I would say this is worthy 7.5 or 8. This is working pretty well. I would give it an 8 if it had some obvious and nicely designed ventilation for the cabin itself. 7.5 for that. 7 for the side, with how it fits so well with the front. This is nicely done, and this is beautiful. Nice idea. And the rear, also 7. So overall, I think this, yeah, and the round shape of this, but you're trying to replicate these shapes you have used in other places already, and it shows. I mean, that's a good choice of design overall, and somehow you have made this fat ass seem less of a fat ass and more meaningful. I think this overall is a 7.5. This is somewhere between great and very good. And next up is Micon P7. Let's have a look at your creation. You're going with a massive race stripe theme again. Doesn't quite work that well on this one. Nice sunroof though. And brake light. Brake light in the rear. Yeah. That would work as such. It's weird shiny though. Not entirely sure if I like that or not. Let's have a look at the front though. Front? Yeah. Some detail here. Interesting. Some lower eyes and like spikes coming down there. This is rather pompous. Holy man, that is. What kind of badge is this? I think that one needs to be screwed so that needs to be welded solid to the chassis, because otherwise everyone would try to steal this thing and put it on on the top of their throne or something. Well, the headlights are working well. I like how you build some extra shape to it to make it look less standard. It certainly worked. The main grille is good. The lower composition is also good. What I really don't like though is this blob of grey on top. These intakes are fancy. They do work. Nice. Windscreen wipers, yes. Sunroof, yes, good. Let's check out the sides. Yeah, that works. That works. Some nice lines going through. That's almost a little too much for being elegant. This is more styling that I would think fits a supercar better than a GT car. A nice thin blinker there on the side, and we have the Allegro on the massive fuel cap. Again, you're also going with a kind of extension of the line here for the side. At least you're very consistent in this. Like, you use this grey crap in a good way, and it's not easy, as you guys can see here. It requires a lot of manual fixing of things. And then the rear. Okay, a little bit fat, but as we have seen, this is a fat ass anyway, and kind of works. I do like the Merano badging overall, and the fake wing. Yeah, okay. Well, it makes the rear look even fatter though. Probably want to slim it down a bit. Massive exhaust pipes. I think they are a little too large. But anyway, this isn't half bad. So overall, I think there's some really nice work has been done on this one. Not all works for me. Like, there's grey goo everywhere. And some of the details, but overall, can't fault it for much. So this has to be at least a 6. This is at least a good design. Do we want to go higher than this? Can I find stuff that is... Well, the attention to detail is certainly there. There's good stuff. Like with these things here and so on. So attention to detail is very high. Simple? No. It's not really ticking the simple box. Not ticking that one. Alright. So, 6 or 6.5? I think I'm going with a 6.5 for this one. Because of how much interesting stuff has been done. Oops. Some weird normal issues there. 6.5 is so good already though. I don't fully enjoy the design. Ah, man, so difficult. So difficult. But so much work has gone into this. But then again, so much work. I mean, if I just put 500 million shovels of shit on top of each other, that's a lot of work. Doesn't make it smell nice, does it? That wasn't the case here, though. Nice detailing. Yeah, I'm not this bad. Oh man. No, I still think it's a good design. It's a good design. It doesn't go halfway to very good, though. It almost does. It's like a 6.25. Oh, and it's the last car too, though. Nah, okay, let's give you a 6.5. You've earned it for the amount of effort you've put into this one. 6.5 it is. Next up is BF94, and you have a pretty sad creation here, which at the same time, man, this is sad. but the lower grille arrangement with these lights looks awesome. That's really well done. Merano, beautiful badging there. But these eyes, why so sad? Good intakes, nicely done here as well. The sides, looking good, yeah. Good use of the line there. Intake, outtake, side skirts. And the rear, yes. Yes, that's not bad. That's a good way of going about it. There's a lot of area to fill, and I think you did pretty well here. A little OCD warning. This line that is created by this doesn't line up with these bolts. That is... that's not good. This one is low, this one is high. Same there. This one is high, this one is low. Good exhaust stuff. Some diffuser action going on there. This is looking good. Like small lamps highlighting the number plate. And central brake light. I like the bar across. And the taillights are working well. So overall a good back, really good back. The sides are working. The front is just so sad. Holy shit, it's sad. But this lower... this here is probably a 9. Like, if you leave out the fucking headlights, this is the 9. This is beautiful. Man, great design. But, of course, there are the headlights. So you can't do much about it. Sunroof, ah yes, and antenna. Overall, a really good design. This screams sad to me. No, I wanted to say a score. I can only think sad. I always almost wanted to make you sad because of this sadness. Because how can you make a so beautifully designed front so sad? It is a very good design. Maybe even slightly more than very good. Not much more. Is it a 7.5? I think it would be an 8 with the headlights fixed. Yeah, I believe so. 7.5 it is, and now I shall just... I need to at least try to see what you were doing there that it was... or what you were trying out and seeing that made you choose this instead of something that is a bit more aggressive. So let's turn them around. About like this. Let's turn these along with it and make them slightly larger as well. Come on, right there. Not quite there yet. Something like this, maybe. We want to have them right at the edge there. This is almost working. Okay, this works for the... Oh, yeah! Yeah, that's better. That looks a little more neutral. I like that. Wait a second. Why isn't this mirrored? This needs to be mirrored. There. Yes. Now. Okay. I think this can make it a bit more, give it a bit more accent. Yes. Yeah, this is a 9 in the front. Almost. 8.5, 9 in the front. Yeah, so I don't quite know why you didn't do that. I think you were too focused on aligning this seam with this line. But you've created other lines here that are strong. Also, yeah, okay. See, like this here is not quite aligned with this either. But overall, I think this look works a lot better. I think this works a lot better. Anyway, very nicely done. And now it is time to check out the Allegro open beta entries. Let's start out with Infinity. And there it is. Oh no, it's the smushed logo one again. Fuck me now. Beautiful engine below though, in your light tint. I need that for photography. Yeah, does this work? Quite well, I would say. The headlights are pretty cool like this. There's the four main lights. A lot going on here, though. This is not a simple design, is it? Or it has so many thin elements. And it's a little off-putting, maybe. And blinkers here. Why do you place these blinkers there? I see that they are supposed to be a counterweight to there, but you also have blinkers there and every fucking where. It's just too much. It's just too much. So not a fan of too many elements. You want to reduce complexity for this front, not increase it. And yes, but overall, I mean, this has some strong lines. There's nothing that really connects the front to the middle of the car. No lines going there. And then... Blinkers everywhere. Yeah. Okay. Well, this kind of makes sense as an exit for some hot air. But what is going on there? Some UV unwrap issue thing? Yeah, looks like it. Anyway, some windscreen wipers. Dual headroom hood scoops up on top. Fair enough. And what do we have at the sides? Triple. Is it a triple one again? No, it's just a dual. It's just a dual blinker weirdness in odd places at odd angles that no one knows what they're there for. I mean, here I kinda see what you're trying to do, like make it square. You don't quite succeed, but make it square. This does not make anything square. What? What is going on? This is quite nice. I like it. This is also quite nice. I like it. This is weird. This shouldn't be there. Dual antenna. Nope. Nope. Let's take a look at the rear. Oh, odd. Odd. Looks like there's a weird bubble forming here. Allegro. Let's have a look at the text. That's something you're pretty good at, but the G is not visible. Otherwise, the letters are somewhat nicely aligned, even though the G is somewhat lower than the R. And other than that... Oh no, not this one again. Quite nice with these little details. And the lower half here is looking quite good. A little too much see-through maybe. But I can see someone doing that in order to make the rear look less fat, which it absolutely is. So I give you a pass on the translucent shit down here, because that actually serves a purpose on this design, and it's a good choice, I would argue. And other than that, there's not much going on. I don't quite think this works. It's too much going on everywhere, and nothing seems like coherent. It's not as bad as some of the other things we have seen during the course of judging, but I mean, it does somewhat fit with the front. Okay, yeah, well, front. Almost good. Almost good. Let's say it's a 6. Front is a 6. Some oddities here that are preventing it from getting a 6.5 or even a 7. I think a 7 is easily in this with a few modifications. And then a side, this is odd. 5, and the rear, let's say 5. So overall, this is a 5.5. All right, there you go. And next up is accent. Let's have a look. Minimalist designs. Oh, this one is working pretty well. It looks satisfied. It looks serene and big. A big smiling dog, maybe. A happy big smiling dog. It's not too happy. It's not too angry either. It's not too much chrome. It's not too much of anything. But it's fine. Yeah, I think this design works quite well. And then what do we have there? Oh, okay, on the sides. Only on the sides. Yeah. To give some more detail there. Maybe they could have gone a little more central to align with these edges here. And like there. Maybe even put them on this side of that line. Could have worked. I don't know, you've probably tried and settled for this look because it's just better. But, okay. It's fine. Sides? Oh, very minimalist. I would have expected at least some more line down here to help frame it all a little better and to connect front with rear. And badging is solid. This is solid. Fuel cap, sure. Fine. The rear? Okay. Again, a design that is minimalist, but works pretty well. It's not my favorite, that's for sure, but yeah, not too shabby. Not too shabby. Exhaust, it's very clean. Like the whole car, the whole car feels very clean. So you got that look down from front to rear. Does it look like the same car front to rear? No, not quite. Like this grille shape, if you use the same as on the front, I would have thought that would be better. Like you could use those sides as well, maybe even. Put them up, because you have a similar shape going on here. And this just doesn't quite fit. As in, it doesn't look like the same car. Nice with the big central lower brake light there, and it's looking good. A massive number plate to fill the fat ass. A little too much. But, okay. There's not much to say about this car. Front, I would say it's a 6. That works. Sides, there's nothing on the sides. But you didn't fuck it up either. 5? Maybe a 5? 6, 5, and the rear... no more than 5.5. So I think this also, in very different ways, also ends up at a 5.5. I think it would be a 6 overall. If you had taken these shapes, and this grille shape specifically, and put it where this is, just to have a recall. And then, of course, do something a little bit different with it, like central brake light and so on, which you didn't put in here. There was nothing in there. You could have some rear reverse lights down there, and it would look like a car that is designed... Not like a car that is designed by different teams for different parts of the car. That is always a bonus. So 5.5, yes. And next up is Sky High. Let's have a look at your creation. Oh, a beefy. Very beefy. Very muscle car-esque. What the fuck is this? What? Like seriously, what the fuck? Why is this there? Wouldn't it look a lot better without that? I can only... Okay. I will have to rip this out and just see what is going on. I shall hopefully remember. Memory of a goldfish, you know. This is quite cool. Some different grille styles going on. Mixing a few too many, once again. I think that was you, wasn't it? Yeah. Okay. Well, this looks like a brutal muscle car GT car-esque with some cancer growths on top. This is quite nice, though. This is too much. I think that's too much. It's just asking for trouble. Putting too much on there. This works, but remember, there's no fucking engine in the rear, so you don't need the upper one. And this line should probably have been put on the lower side of the door. Unless you want to have it work as a bump stop. And then you kinda need to have it go here as well, along this line. But anyway, this does work. I would have placed the... maybe? Is that the same? Is this the same distance as this? It looks like it, so okay. Then that's fine. I would probably have put this inside here, because you don't need them for functionality. Could have been a nice touch to have it inside and have it more elegant as all being in one part, so to say. And the rear. The rear. Weird. Lots of... Whoa, what is this plate? Well, custom stuff, I guess. This is an actual wing? Did you put an actual wing on there, or is this a fake one? I gotta check. Did you fucking put a wing on there? No, you didn't. Okay, good. Good. I was almost tempted to rip it off. No, so then that is kind of fine, but it's random grills everywhere. Those small... I'm not sure about that. That doesn't quite seem right. Overall, it's not too bad a look. It's not too bad. These steel things down here look strange. And because the pipes aren't centered in anything, or kind of touching here, and then they have lots of room there. Compositional wise with these, I think centered in the whole thing would have worked better. Maybe single ones, like a single big one on each side, because you have such a fat ass. You can put two somewhat bigger ones in there. Like, not much bigger than this one, but anyway. So, what do we give this creation? From the front? It has something going for it. And then destroys quite a few more things. I'm almost tempted to say it's good, because you get the GT look partially down. This is more muscle GT look, but GT. And then sides, yeah, okay, 5.5 sides. Let's say front is 6. That is a hard to give 6, mate. And the rear 5.5. Ooh, Overall, let's just say we're going here now and taking this and nuking it from orbit. And nuking it from orbit. So nice. And nuking it from orbit. Nah, not so sure about that one. That changed, but now we have some symmetry going on here instead. Yeah. And then making this a little slimmer and dragging it down a bit. Yeah. Oh, then you get a fat nose. Oh, that's why you did that. Okay. Yeah. Let's change that back. I can see why you had the larger grill there. Okay. Like this. Like this. Take a look. Nice and clean. Still brutal, GT, a little muscly. Also, let's try this. There we go. Yeah. And it kind of works. Do we want more? Maybe a tiny bit more? Yeah, and now we can move them up a little. Yes! Yes, look at that! That's quite the looker! I like it. That made it into a 6.5, but that's not your design, sorry. So overall, I think because there's potential in it, which you didn't use, and you didn't fuck it up on the sides. The rear is weird, but not bad. Let's say it's a 6. And next up is... Oh, haven't seen you around in a few videos time. Asdom. Here we go. What have you brought us? Oh yeah! Oh, that's pretty GT-like, yes. It looks premium. I'm not so sure about these massive scoops there. They seem unnecessary. Also, having two might be a little weird. Have you tried one? Because you have two of everything already. Like these lines, you have accentuated there. You have these lines, two. Maybe have one which defines the symmetry line. That kind of helps to have strengthen the twos you already have at symmetries. And yeah. Anyway, badging. Yeah, nicely done. This massive grille looks imposing. Quite like the look, a little Bugatti-like. Sizing for these down here is pretty much spot on. They fit nicely in there. Good use of another lower grille. Not so sure if you need those black lines in there. I might have gone without. Because this is just another element, design element on the front, which you have nowhere else in here on the front. So this seems like a somewhat poor choice to introduce new elements just in a location that is a filler. And these are interesting. I like how exact you have been here. Look at this. This is OCD safe. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So nicely aligned. Yes. Sorry, I went off topic there. And here we do have a nice use of a black stripe, as was instructed. We have black trim and chromey highlights. Nice design here, custom made. Looks good. This looks good. Neat. Some badging going on there, some UV problems there. Double sunroof, interesting. Looks good. And the rear? Yeah, not bad. It looks premium. It doesn't look too fat of an ass. Somehow you managed that. I think black makes you look thin. And again, back to the front one here. You never use this grille anywhere again. So, nah, that is a mistake. But this is looking rather premium. I like it. Lettering? Oh, nice. Yes. Very nicely done. That's some fine craftsmanship right there. Allegro. Yeah, also perfectly aligned. Is it perfect? No, not quite. Okay, not quite. It looks pretty good though. You see, the E goes lower than the L and A. But otherwise, it's pretty spot on. So, what does that leave us with? I think we have a pretty good contender here. This is a... is it a 7? Yeah, I think it's a 7. That's a 7. Size? Certainly a 7. It's very good. It doesn't blow me away, but this is very finely crafted. Very good. And the rear? Also very nicely crafted. I'm really digging the way you have custom made all this and framed it on a fat ass like that. That is not easy. So 7 there too. So, man, great design. No, it's not a great design. Sorry. It's a very good design because 7 means very good. And now I just want to check something out, and that is, what does a central scoop look like? Is that why you didn't want to do that? There's something odd going on here. Something is really broken. Oh, do we find a spot where this doesn't happen? I think we found a spot. Oh no, we have a bulge up front. I think that is why you didn't want to put it there. Because look, I think this, if these warts weren't there, this would look fantastic. The double bulge was weird, but this is, such a shame. Yeah. All right, but yep, still, of course, 7 it is. It's just a shame that it didn't work with a single one. And next up is Title Guy 1. Let's have a look at your creation. Not a bad looker. Doesn't quite look like a GT car. This looks like a sports premium to me. No, not sports premium. Family sports premium, I mean. And why is that though? Like, why do I get these vibes from it? Maybe because it looks Mercedes-like to some extent. Mercedes. It's called Mercedes, Robert. Don't talk like a fucking English person. This is heresy. Yeah, okay. Shut up now. So, this is... Oh, yeah, this car certainly has mid-rift issues. But, looking quite good. Nice combination here of 2 headlights to combine it. I almost didn't notice until I saw that there was some kink here in the shape. I wanted to investigate. We actually have used 3 headlights. Oh, that's actually 3 headlights. So, bonus for creativity there. To think that up, it works. Some interesting use of flaps here to give us some more shape. And overall, the front really works. There's not much to connect it to the mid and the rear. Apart from what? What are those? Okay. Well. No, it kind of works. I would have left them in black, I would think. Because everything else up front here is black. And this looks like they're almost like they are lights. There's a weird look to that. I think this would have been better if it were less of an attention grabber. But I can see what you did there. You wanted to have this look replicated on the sides. Fit the Merano badge in there. Yeah, some streaks nicely going to the seam. Very exact. Some kind of aerodynamic flap there to lead the air. For whatever reason. And then the rear. Okay, simple design. It's a straight up simple design. And not bad. Quite like the lower half here. It's good. Nothing spectacular. We've seen better and we've seen a lot worse. And the lettering. Let's check it for... Oh. Yeah, the G doesn't quite fit there, does it? But... no, this is awkward. OCD warning! But this is hard to fit on a sloping surface. Anyway. Sunroof, nice, good addition. Windscreen wipers, no direct ventilation for the driver cabin. Could have been a nice touch. But from what we've seen with the fucking hood scoops there, this might be completely broken and you can't actually place anything there. Yes. So, what do we have overall? This is at least good, isn't it? This is good. Good, maybe a bit better than good. Awesomely creative here. 6 plus, so 6.5. This is odd. Sides, okay. This is very finely crafted. I don't know about the necessity of this. This looks odd. It could have been something else, some brake cooling or something. Maybe 5.5, so we're still at a 6. And this is not bad enough to drag it down. I think overall this is a good design. So a 6. And here we are, judging the final 2 cars of the competition. Necron Assassin is up next. And of course, first up we wonder, what heretical color scheme has he brought to us today? Ah. Okay. There. Do we have any... Oh no, he didn't use that. Undo, please. There. Okay, perfect. So, let's have a look. Yeah, it's okay. It's a little all over the place with the shapes. Like these rounded edges, somewhat rounded edges, and then all the sharpness, all the angles, all the square rectangles. Nah, doesn't feel quite right, but it's not a bad look. Also, we actually angled these appropriately, so yeah, doesn't look bad. What the fuck is going on with these wing mirrors? Something's broken there, isn't it? Anyway, let's have a look at the sides. Yeah, that fits. This could have been a less rectangular shape, I believe. But I quite like the streak you have placed in here. Maybe needed to be placed such that the streak itself... Oh no, you have this upper line in parallel with this line. That makes sense. And this pointing slightly upwards does look a little sporty. That's not bad. It's just... Would have been nice if this also was parallel with this line, which it isn't quite. This is at a slightly steeper angle. Slightly too far to the upside there. Let's have a look at... what is going on? This looks... All this stuff is kind of broken. Something weird on import must have happened. Anyway, let's say this is a normal exhaust there. But this design doesn't work for me. Looks very different to the front too. It's a little all over the place. Gives me the feeling as if the designer didn't quite know what he wanted. Yep. It is strange. So, what do we say overall? This looks quite cool from above, of course. But these things always do. This is a 5.5. Slightly better than solid. There's some good components in here. But then the weird mixture of shapes and angles is not quite working out. This might be a little too much as well. The sides... So, when this was 5.5. Sides, yeah, that's not bad. 6. And the rear? I don't see this working. That is a 4. So, we end up at, yeah, let's be generous, 5.5. And the last car in the competition is by Roadkill. Let's have a closer look. Yeah, that works overall. Some focus on... Yeah, you see, compare this to the previous one. This is kind of what I mean. You do have... While you do have some rounded edges here, like there and here, you also have in the same elements some harsher edges, which make them fit together with the others a lot better. This doesn't seem completely out of place. So overall, I think the composition in the front works pretty well. Even though these lights should probably be layered higher. Are they? Let's have a look. Is that just broken? No. You fucked it up. You fucked it up! They are supposed to be like this. Okay. Then, let's continue on. The sides. Famous for its lack of blinkers whenever Roadkill designs a car. Street legal? Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Okay. Rear? Yeah. This, again, quite nice. I like the shiny black and chrome letters on top. Looking pretty nifty. And yeah, otherwise there's not that much going on. Quite an interesting arrangement down here. I don't think that is anything super fancy, but it sure works. Badging on top. Yep, this is all pretty standard. No antenna. No, we don't need antenna, I guess. Windscreen wipers there. And that was the car. Simple design? Yes, check. Too simple there. No blinkers. And yeah, it works. Overall, pretty good. Some obvious flaws, so it can't go much higher than... wouldn't be able to go higher than a 6. Which is good. And yeah, some issues here and there. A little uninspired, maybe. And the bottom and just empty areas there. But the front works out. So overall, I think this is definitely worthy of a 6. Quite well done. And those were all the entries for the day. 2001 Allegro CGTP. And we do have a two-way tie. MGR 99 and BF 94. The two titans of this competition are having another go at it, while Esdem came really close with his 7.5 for both the others. Let's have a look at these two candidates. And I have to add here that I am giving the win to MGR 99 because, look at that, the headlights of BF 94. I think BF 94's entry with my redesigned headlights would probably take it. Just super narrowly. But that is not how the design was handed to me. So just looking at it, it's absolutely fucking beautiful. Amazing. And I think with this design, with this little change, it actually fits better into the Merano lineup. But looking at MGR 99's entry, this is some really fine design. The headlights custom made, and really nice shape, elegant. It's very clean looking, but imposing at the same time. And the rear is definitely not looking like a fat ass. It is really pretty. And another well-deserved win to round out the competition. It is going to MGR 99. Well done, sir. And I'm looking forward to actually driving this thing. This should be a really premium experience. Alright, I hope you enjoyed, and see you guys next time.